south of the Vindhyas into the state of Karnataka, where there's a lot of heat on the Karnataka government now because multiple allegations. Your guarantees are costing the normal people, the people of the state, the beneficiaries, the actual beneficiaries of social welfare schemes are now coming out and saying you are taking it out of what accrues to us just to satisfy and fulfill your guarantees. That's the allegation. MBBS students from OBC communities are against the Karnataka government. They're on a war path. Why? Students are alleging that they've been denied scholarships for 2 years. 2,000 of them waiting for scholarships. And they're saying, now we'll finish our medical studies and the government is not going to give that money to us. The government needs to reimburse around 60 to 80,000 rupees per student, and they're worried that the moment we finish our course, this government will say, course khatam ho gaya, sorry. You're not going to get this money. In fact, earlier in July, the state government declared that 39,121.46 crore was allocated for the SC/ST welfare, and that 37% of the SC/ST welfare fund was for guarantees. The BJP alleging that the government is swindling money meant for Dalits and OBCs for guarantees, as the guarantee amount does not benefit STs at all. Let's get into the face-off straight away. Surabhi Hodigere, spokesperson of the Karnataka BJP, and Sanket Yanagi also with us. My namaste and Jai Hind, both of you. Surabhi Hodigere, the government's position is we are giving these guarantees to these categories, and if you got to pay for these guarantees, it has to come from their funds. So where is the problem?
The fallout between the Karnataka government and multiple sections of society with respect to any sort of welfare schemes is very telling of the fact that the Karnataka Congress, when they went into election, came up with these 5 guarantees as a sort of PR measure and have not figured out how they're going to fiscally be responsible, how they're going to ensure that the economy is taking care of all sections of society. Students today are protesting. Yesterday, it was a lot of people from the Dalit community who have been talking about the 37% that you mentioned, diversion of funds from the SCPTSB fund. And not just that, the allegations of corruption that the Congress government has been, facing, especially with the Valmiki Nigam Mandali scam, where a good amount of money, 187 crore is under question, and the Chief Minister himself has said 89 crores has gone to different states for through bank accounts, fake bank accounts. So there is a whole bunch of things happening here in Karnataka, and the end sort of person who's being denied of their welfare, denied of their support from the state are the vulnerable sections of society, are the Dalits, are the STs, are the students, as we are seeing here today. And also, might I mention to you, the Gruha Lakshmi guarantee that the Congress has been harping about so much on the women getting 2,000 rupees every month. That has not been given for the last 2 months. Every day I keep a watch on the minister. Srimati Lakshmi Hebbalkar keeps saying it'll come tomorrow, it'll come tomorrow, it'll come tomorrow. What they did before the election was release 3 months together. There is loud and widespread protest against the fact that money has not gotten either in the guarantee schemes or that money is being diverted to fund the guarantee schemes. So really, where is the money going? Where is the money going? And the unfortunate thing is that when we see a Valmiki Nigam Mandali scam, the money has gone to Telangana elections. So what is happening in Karnataka is both corruption, is inefficiency, fiscal imprudence, absolute lack of good administration. And that's why we're on the streets. I've been walking for the last 8 days on the mysuru-chalo padayatra. We are standing strong against the Congress government and all their antiques.
Sanket Yanagi?
First of all, let us admit the fact that guarantee scheme requires a heavy funding from the government, in which event, for any government, whether it is BJP or BJP-led government or the Congress-led government, it requires a lot of funding and fund management also. In which reason, there are certain pros and cons which may affect other sides of the developmental activities too. But one should not override the fact that it is a welfare measure and it is helping section of the society. Is it the case of the BJP that they don't want the guarantees to be implemented and the poor people should die? Is it their version? Or is it their case that bus pass should not be given to the poor or to the woman? Or is it their case that no free electricity should be provided or beneficiaries should not be provided any benefit under the guarantee scheme? In one way, the BJP also as an opposition says that these are anti-people. In other way, they are not clearly saying that these people who are getting benefited are useless. Are they undermining the fact that the people who are getting also the benefits are the poor people or the people who are entitled to being the citizens of the country. Maybe BJP is concentrating only on the rich people or the rich class. But as a welfare state, as a Ram Raja, one has to see not only the rich but also all who are deprived of the major benefits or the benefits which are they are entitled to in a day-to-day life. So just helping the rich is not the culture of some political parties. It is not a constitutional culture. It is not a Ram Rajya. Once a person believing Rama should also believe in Ram Rajya is my perspective. And the one who believes in treating everyone equal will not say such things, will not abuse the government for helping people or will not issuing the guarantee measures and all. There may be some hurdles. I'm not saying it's not been smoothly going on for deficit of the maybe there are certain hiccups. But one thing one must appreciate, when Ram Raja is being implemented, one has to wholeheartedly accept it and one has to wholeheartedly support rather than pulling the legs all the time. Making allegations against the poor for having the benefit from the government may not be an appropriate point is what I can say at this point.
Sir,
Yes.
Sanket Yanagi, I've got great respect for you. I always enjoy when you're on the panel because you make some very, sane arguments and well thought out arguments. But today somehow I felt you're not convinced about your own argument. As an advocate, you know very well that when you stand up to plead the case, you have to be convinced about your own argument. Here, sir, this is not Ram Rajya, this is Ram Rajya. You're ramming into the hopes and dashing the hopes of the people who need it. You're taking broken pieces of bread from one's plate and giving it to another person and say, till this time they were starving, now you starve and I'll give you. And then by the time they pick up that roti and that bread or that piece, you say, sorry, wait, I got to take it from you and I got to do. Because you made promises without having 1 naya paisa in your pocket. How can you make a guarantee when you don't have 1 naya paisa in your pocket and you tell the people, sorry, I got to take it from you only and I've got to give it to somebody else only and I'm going to take it from you and I'm going to give it to somebody else. You know this logic. No political party should be doing that, sir. But you have made
the
some...
same way Nirmala Sitharaman manages the fund and accounts.
Sir,
and the
there in our
works.
country, what happens
It
is
the
those who
skill
pay
of an
taxes get
administration.
taxed. See, that's a different story
One good
altogether.
administrator is
That's
they do not. The
No,
people
sir,
will
you
not
have to
understand
increase
where
the
the money
earnings.
is lost.
You have to increase the earnings. To the credit of this government, indirect taxes today almost are the same. Indirect tax collections are almost the same as direct taxes collection. If you look at the entire pie, share of the pie, they have grown the share of indirect taxes, while they've also increased the tax net. But the middle class ends up paying either ways. If I buy something, I pay. If I earn something, I pay. If I sell something, I pay. That's the middle class. That's a different argument altogether. But as a state, and especially when you espouse Ram Rajya, then you should not be badgering the poor like this. That's my humble submission. But Surabhi Hodigere, when you make a guarantee, you have to fund for it. And if they are using the funds and there are some teething issues, why create such a hue and cry about it? That's what Mr. Yanagi is asking.
I've been hearing people from the Congress and the larger ecosystem accuse the BJP of being anti-poor because we say that the guarantees are not being implemented properly. I'm really astonished because the people who are speaking up against the mismanagement of funds, speaking up against money going from ST welfare fund to elsewhere are the most marginalized of people. We are speaking up for the poor, we are speaking up for the marginalized. The question here is not whether the welfare state should exist or not. India as a whole is probably the largest welfare state known in the last 70 years. We've had to ensure that welfare schemes have been put in place in order for them to benefit a certain section of our population. However, here's a difference, Sanket sir. The difference is that before announcing Suryodaya Ghar Bijli Yojana, there is an incentive saying that we will give you X amount of electricity free so that you install a solar rooftop, and that will sort of help us with both initiatives. The Karnataka Congress government is doing the opposite. They are saying that we will not have any sort of targeted welfare measures. We will ensure that everybody is given money. Everybody who will, by the way, given money, say for the Griha Lakshmi scheme, 3 months of money given just before the election. It's something fishy over here. Are you doing this merely for electoral politics? The Shakti scheme causing a revenue deficit for the transport commissions. The fact that there is a CAG report that came out just yesterday, day before, which shows very clearly that the Karnataka government is going towards bankruptcy in its discoms. The BJP believes in welfareism, but also is prudent enough, smart enough to manage fiscally to ensure that these welfare measures are given properly. The Karnataka government has stopped the Kisan Sanman Yojana, 4,000 rupees going to farmers. That is the Karnataka government. They have stopped this welfare measure that is, the right of every Indian. This is the sort of government we're seeing here in Karnataka, and I will not take these allegations of anti-poor lying down. I'm very sorry. If that were true, sir, you know how many scholarships from the ST community have gone missing because the government here has swindled off 89 crores to the Telangana elections? Just in March, those transfers happened to fake bank accounts. Please tell me, I request you to answer this question. If you're so confident about the welfare measures, if you're so confident about the guarantee scheme, why is it that the women are protesting today? Why is it that DK Shivkumar, the Deputy Chief Minister, is having to answer in a rally saying that, no, we'll give you? Where is the fiscal prudence? And where is this stop to corruption? That is our bigger fear, sir. If money from Karnataka is going to Telangana for elections, tomorrow, are we going to be funding all of Congress's campaigns? Is that what's going to happen? That's why we have...
Let him answer, please. Let him answer.
If BJP has done or worked exceptionally well in the previous term, there was no reason for the people of Karnataka to boost them out with two-digit number. The way BJP has suffered itself is a testimony to the fact that how BJP has performed. I don't have to explain anything more. All the questions posed by the co-panelist has been already answered by the people in 2023 itself, and which I do not have to further answer. Number two, like BJP says that it is an election jumla in 15 lakhs and other cases. The Congress has not said at any point, though I'm not a congressman now, but I would only say BJP might have said so many things, might not have implemented it, but ultimately they ended up accepting the fact that it's an election jumla. But that is not the case with the Congress. At least they are trying to implement it. They have promised, and the promise was accepted by the people. People voted them, and they on the belief that they will implement the guarantees, and they have implemented guarantees. Somehow they are managing. That's a different issue. But they're keeping up their words, promises. That's important. What matters in a society is the promise and fulfillment of that promise. That's the electoral politics, no doubt about it. Everyone is playing around the politics. But at the end of the day, what matters to the common man is whether the promises have been fulfilled. Yes, right. There is an answer.
Sir, as you go round and round, I just want to show you an Indian Express report from yesterday, which says that only 3% of Congress manifesto promises fulfilled as of now. It's been 16 months. Don't worry, sir. We're a strong opposition here in Karnataka, BJP. We will ensure that you implement 100% of your promises.
I think from a voter's point of view, next time around, voters have also got to answer this question that when you promise me something, where are you going to get the money from? And that's when if they say, oh, we're going to pick it out from your right pocket and try and put it into your left pocket, but if a few rupees fall by the wayside, don't miss it. You may get lesser than what you're actually getting. That's not right politics for the people, and that's not right amount of welfareism. Welfareism is from Ram Rajya, sir. The Raja has to first fill up the coffers so that he can do welfare. So that's the principle of Ram Rajya. Anyway, thank you very, very much, Sanket Yanagi and Surabhi Hodgere. Thank you very much. We're going to take a very, very short break. The update on the Court of Arbitration for Sport hearing. We get you the India side of the argument around Vinesh Fogart when we come back. Stay with us.